So Keir Starmer has begun the Labour conference this week hoping to talk about patriotic renewal. Instead, headlines have been about a 7-acre patch of Surrey grass that he bought in 1996 so his parents could keep rescue donkeys. The Sunday Times suggests that the way he handed over the land may have created a trust, deliberately or accidentally, which meant its £295,000 value was not counted in his parents' estate and so escaped inheritance tax. And Starmer says the idea is absurd, the idea of setting up some complicated trust for a £20,000 agricultural field which then housed 4 donkeys. But the allegation has stuck because it plays into an important and a potent charge of hypocrisy. This is the Prime Minister who has said those in charge of taxation can't be seeking to avoid it. Lawyers point out that English law doesn't require you to use the word trust to create one. If you own land but let someone else benefit for life, the courts may treat you as a trustee, whether you like it or not. Tax specialists, such as Dan Needle, say the arrangement was tax efficient. Mike Warburton calls it entirely possible that Starmer created a trust without necessarily realising or using the term trust. Starmer replies that he simply kept the title and allowed his parents to use the land until their deaths. He insists every penny of tax due was paid, and he consulted a KC to confirm it. The optics of this are dire. Rachel Reeves has just introduced a new inheritance levy that will catch family farms, a move many rural families see as punishing. If the Prime Minister is perceived to have shielded his own land while tightening the screw on theirs, the accusation of one rule for Starmer, another for everyone else, will land quite firmly in his lap. Conservatives, of course, gleeful. Reform UK call it proof that Labour's leadership is out of touch. The party faithful wanted to celebrate governing competence in Liverpool. Instead, they're fielding questions about probate law and donkeys. And the affair has inevitably invited satire. Social media now hums with donkey memes and barbs about Labour's long ears. The 1959 Christmas carol Little Donkey has been endlessly quoted at Starmer's expense. Little donkey, on the dusty road, got to keep on plodding on with your precious load. Commentators joke that Starmer's precious load is now 7 acres of tax trouble. Others quip that the Labour leader, long accused of being cautious, has finally shown the biblical wisdom of Balaam's ass. But perhaps without the gift of prophecy, even the Shrek line, donkey, has been gleefully recycled by critics. Nobody seems to have made any reference to bottom and Midsummer Night's Dream. I find that a strange omission. But when I was a goat herder years and years ago, I had the choice of a donkey or a tractor. I found the tractor very hard work because I don't really drive. When I was little, I spent a lot of time on a farm and I ploughed a very straight furrow from about the age of 5. But I never quite learned how to change gear or how to switch off. And that can be a problem if you're on your own and expected to be in control of large machinery. So I much preferred the donkey, but my donkey was very stubborn. Anyway, such donkey humour matters because political damage often sets in when mockery takes hold, and it turns a dry tax planning story into easy cultural shorthand, Donkeygate. And legally, Starmer may be in the clear, but the donkey is hung with problems. I think politically the issue is where the voters will forgive a Prime Minister who preaches fairness yet appears to have benefited from a clever legal structure, whether by design or mistake, or chance. Inheritance tax provokes strong feelings. Many families have lost farms or businesses to pay for it. At least one farmer has killed himself. If Starmer cannot explain why his own family's land avoided that fate, he risks looking like a man in the carol's refrain, "Ring out those bells tonight, Bethlehem, Bethlehem," hearing bells of hypocrisy ringing across the country as the little donkey plods on. If he wants to silence the jibes and keep control of the weak, he must do what good donkey owners do: steady the beast, carry the load openly, and lead from the front. Otherwise, Donkeygate could be the scandal that finally sticks to the man once named Teflon Keir.